All right, everyone, what is good? So this is going to be my first edited video, and if you didn't read the title, I mean, like you did probably read the title, but how this is gonna work is I have my non-GD player friend here, Munchki,
Hello, hello, hello.
and then afterwards I'm gonna get one of my GD player friends and then one of my professional GD player friends, and I want to see how the opinion differs on how good they think these levels are just off of how much they like them.
So yeah,
So
yeah, I know GDs. I
I
know
already
Jump Mario
explained this to
Dash.
Munchki, but how this is gonna work is I have a wheel of a bunch of levels. We're gonna spin four, and this is gonna be separated into a bunch of different episodes, but we're gonna spin four every episode, and then he's gonna look at those four, and he's gonna rank them out of 10 based off how much he likes it. He's gonna explain what he liked about it and stuff like that. And then
Yeah,
afterwards, yeah, I mean that's basically the main premise of it. So.
yeah, yeah.
Also,
Guys.
there are on his account, on his channel, which will be linked down in the description. There is gonna be a video uploaded at some point about him ranking 7 GD levels, which
Oh
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I don't know what the all the levels names are, but like there's Limbo, Nelv, Rust, Acu,
yeah.
Sunset Sandstorm, Bloodbath, Cataclysm. Wait, that's okay. Yeah, those are the
Cataclysm.
ones that are gonna be on his channel. So yeah,
Okay, I have no idea.
that's it, and we might as well start right now.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, so you can like spin the wheel.
yeah. Oh my bad, guys. Okay, let's do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see what the first level is gonna be. Ooh, ooh, Amethyst by Imus and more. Okay, okay.
Ooh, okay. Should I remove it?
Yeah, press remove.
Okay, okay. Ooh, so.
All right, I'll go find Amethyst.
Okay, let's find it. Right here.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Ready?
All right, extreme lag.
Ready, set, go. Ooh, bro, it looks cool. It looks really good right now.
Yeah, I like that style. It's like realistic.
Yeah. Look at that teeth.
Okay,
Holy
bro.
teeth.
Those are called spikes, bud. Those are called spikes.
Oh my bad. Yo. Oh my god, look, it's like so complex and stuff.
Yep. Like, there's this style in GD called realism, where like you try making things as realistic as possible.
Wow.
And if you couldn't tell, this level is based off the name of the level, Amethyst. So,
Yeah, I can see that. Oh,
flag.
oh, the lag. Yo, he's going so fast even though it's lagging.
The lag is beautiful, bro.
Yo, that was sick.
Alright. So that is Amethyst by Imus and more. One thing I want to mention, that is our second hardest level right now in the game. It used to be the hardest level. But actually, back when I originally planned this level, this was the hardest level in the game. But, it changed. So,
Okay, so my
Alright.
honest reaction for this, I'm gonna give it. Okay, I'm gonna explain why I give it this. Okay, I'm gonna give it. Okay, I'm gonna explain why I give it this. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 7.9 because
Okay.
7.9, and because it was so good. I like the realism, and I feel like it was hard, but he made it easy. I don't know, and then later on there was so many teeth, which was cool, and then like the animation and stuff was cool too. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my rating. 7.9.
7.9. Alright. That was Amethyst.
Okay, next
Okay,
one.
what's
3.
gonna be the next level then?
Ah!
Okay, bro, what was that? We got...
Thinking Space 2.
No way.
What's
No
that?
way.
What's Thinking Space 2?
So, hold up, before you play the video, remember when I said Amethyst is the second hardest level in the game right now? And when I was
Yeah.
planning the video, it was our first hardest level?
Yeah.
while planning this video and while getting everything set up, like picking out the levels and stuff, Thinking Space 2 was put as the hardest level in the game. So, Thinking Space 2 right now is the hardest level in the game.
Oh, wait, someone completed it?
Yeah, someone completed it. Like, as in, like, so how it works is there's this thing called the Pointer Curry Demon List, which ranks the 150 hardest levels ever beaten. And, yeah, this one is it was being, like, I don't remember, like 3 months ago, so.
So someone even completed it, even though it's the hardest.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so
So it's
wow.
possible.
Okay. Okay, let's just play the video. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Holy
Wow.
lag.
This is the hardest level?
Yep.
It looks really easy right now.
Okay,
Bro, that's so easy. Someone can literally do that. Like, a pro can do that. That's my opinion, right? By the way. Okay, now I can see why it's hard now. Okay, that was hard. Wow, look at this. It's like a emo. It looks like an emo kid, and we're inside of him right now. Wow.
that is Thinking Space 2.
Okay, in my opinion, that looks so easy, and overall, it didn't even look like. Oh.
Whoa, pause.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Okay. Oh, before you play Thinking Space 2, I want to mention something. If you're wondering why it's called Thinking Space 2, it's because it's a sequel level to the original Thinking Space, which you don't know, and I don't think is in the playlist.
Oh, bruh.
But yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay.
Lord.
So, for my opinion, it looked really easy, but the thing that gave me so many points was like how it was. It was like an emo kid, and that was cool. I like the teeth, so many teeth, and later on, yeah. So I'm gonna give it a 8, much more better than the Amethyst.
Amethyst?
Actually no. Change that to 8.4 because I liked it. I liked it like much more than the other one.
Okay. Interesting. Alright.
Okay, next one. Ready, guys? Who's gonna
Okay, we got the TikTok levels out of the way.
Ah!
Oh?
Wait, what is that? Cold Sweat.
Cold Sweat. Wait, that's great.
Cold Sweat.
Oh, Cold Sweat's slick. Okay. It should be at the near the bottom of the playlist.
Cold Sweat.
It's the last thing on the playlist.
Oh, it is.
Cold
Okay.
Sweat.
Okay, ready, guys? Cold Sweat. 3, 2, 1. Hot. Oh yeah.
Do not say that ever again.
My bad, guys. So what is this? It's so like simple, which is so good actually. Look how many teeth there are. There's so many teeth. Wow. Bro, I can't. What is this? There's so many blocks, so many things happening all at once. This is hard. This one looks much more harder than like those other like second hardest and first. This is, my eyes can't comprehend what is happening.
Oh, your eyes can't comprehend? You might be a big cook then.
Oh my god! I'm amazed. This is beautiful. The music matches like the whole theme about like this whole level. Oh my god! Warning, bro. Holy.
Epilepsy warning.
Epilepsy warning, bro. Oh my god, what is happening? My eyes! Bro, like put like a baby picture of like the baby freaking dying of the lights. That's me right now.
You bet.
Wow. And then like the beat drop, I mean like the beat switch was crazy.
That was Cold Sweat.
That was beautiful. It was beautiful. Okay, so let's go back. Let's get to Rainy. So, wait, give me a sec. Okay, for Cold Sweat, I loved it. I loved the whole theme. I like how complex it was. My eyes, to be honest, for me, it looked so much harder than the other ones. It's so much harder. That's from my opinion. It's my opinion. Do not hate. It might be harder, but that's mine. So my overall is gonna be a 9.5. That was beautiful. It was beautiful. I loved it and everything. Like, and I like the one part in which it was like so crazy. Yeah, that part was my favorite. So that's my opinion. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Next one. Ready, guys?
This is the last one, by the way.
Yep, last one. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! Oh, yeah, let's go!
Give us a good level. Come on. Ooh.
Sonic. Wait, this is like the same thing.
Sonic Wave Infinity. Okay. It's gonna be a bit awkward seeing this before Sonic Wave. So you know how there's a video in my playlist called Sonic Wave?
Yeah.
This is like a remake of Sonic Wave.
Oh.
So I don't. Yeah. Like it's gonna be a bit weird seeing the remake first, but like you know.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Sonic Wave Infinity.
Yep.
Hold up,
Holy
guys.
lag.
Wait, guys. I hear a sponsor. So today's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legend. My bad. Okay. Let's watch it now. Ready? Let's do it.
Holy lag.
Wait,
Holy
is it
lag.
supposed to be like this? Oh, it's not.
No, you just saw holy lag, bro.
Wait, is this supposed to
Holy
be
cow.
slow? Wait, is this supposed to be slow?
No, it's not supposed to be slow. Your computer's just dying right now.
Hold on, let me change the graphics. Let me change the graphics.
Don't set it to the lowest. I'd say like, what's the one below 720? Yeah, that's why we don't set it to lowest. Do 480. 480.
Oh my god.
Please don't be ugly.
Okay.
No, that works.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I see the speed now. I see the speed.
It's still a bit laggy, but like.
Yeah, but it's better. It's better than the last one. Wow. Wow. Ooh, I like the music, not gonna lie. I'm vibing. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm gooding. Wait, sorry, too much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Yeah. Where's Sonic? Yeah.
There's no Sonic.
Oh. Oh. Ooh, so much teeth. The teeth is crazy. Down. Down. Ooh my god. Yo! 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 The teeth! Oh, I like this. The music too. Ooh, oh my god! Bro, it has to give me something more. If it gives me more. Oh, wait. Okay, that's more. That's so much more. Oh! Yo. Yo. Yeah. Oh my god, this level. Oh my god. Yo. Whoa. Yo. Wow.
Oh, they got cutscene at the end.
Look at that ending though.
This is part of the actual level, by the way. This isn't like edited in.
And there's a cutscene. Oh my god. And there's an end credits.
Yeah, I don't. They kind of locked in with that one. All right, all right. Thoughts?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. There's no questions asked. Okay. 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 So.
Bro.
Okay. So for my rating for this was Okay, I was gonna give it a 9.6 above Kotsue until it gave me so much more. If it gave me something more, if it gives me a more, oh wait, okay, that's more. That's so much more. Oh, in which I had to pump the rating up. Oh, I like the
That more as
music,
in that one part where like
bro.
where the music was like piano and the screen was flickering with a bunch
Yes,
of stuff.
yes, and then it kept.
Okay.
Oh my god, bro! I can't even explain. It's so good. I just loved it. Everything was good, and I'm gooning, and yeah, my bad.
Okay. All right. So that's our non-GD player. The next part you'll see, which is gonna be future me, will be the GD player, and then afterwards is the professional GD player.
I hope you guys enjoy for part one of this video, and yeah,
If this video does well, I'll make a part 2.
yeah.
All right. Pass it
Wait.
on to future me.
Wait. Before you do that, wait. Before future you comes out of nowhere, can I say my final words?
Sure.
Subscribe to Ethan if he land there. Subscribe to him.
Okay.
Yeah, subscribe to him. Yeah.
Wait, when did you add that? Hold up, wait. When did you add that?
It's been there, bro. It's been there.
Oh my gosh, bro, I did not see that at
Oh,
all.
no, yeah. So I hope you guys
Okay.
enjoy the video, and yeah, go to part 2. Oh, you almost landed it though. Okay, see you. See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hello, guys. Alright, so, let me explain something real quick. So, you know how I was gonna get my professional GD player? Sadly, he kind of, as I put it inside a YouTube post, but you probably didn't see that, he got out of contact and I can't reach him anymore. So what I'm planning on doing is just including myself and another one of my friends who's like a little bit better than me, you know? So, as of for me, right now, although yes, my hardest is a very easy medium demon B, I have very good progress on a bunch of other levels, like 70 to 100 on Accu, 87% on 9 circles, here let me think if something else comes, oh yeah, 42% on Ado, just a bunch of random stuff, so I think I'm qualified to be put into that kind of mid tier, even though, like, I mean, it's up to you to decide. And then my other friend who's gonna get on call is going for Accu as their new hardest as a mobile player, which is pretty wild. I am also a mobile player myself, but my friend is also a mobile player, and he's trying to be Accu, which is, well, you know, a pretty big thing. So, well, hold on, my mind's blinking. Yeah, so I'll just include him for the video, but right now I want to talk about it. Also, for editing me, as we all know, my computer is just horrible, so it cannot run any video or whatsoever. So I have all these videos pulled up on my phone, and I'll just have to edit in like what I want to show in the video. So yeah. So let's start with Amethyst. Personally, honestly, I think Amethyst is a solid 7.2 out of 10. Actually, wait, let me lower that. I think it's more of like a 6.9, 6.8, 6.8. I don't want to sound weird by saying 6.9. And the reason why I put it at 6.9, I mean 6.8 out of 10, is because personally for me, as I know, it is very similar to the Golden. It's not the Golden remake, but I mean we can all tell it's very much based off the gameplay. I mean, just looking at the first UFO, it starts off with the spider jumping off a pad, and then going off of sync-based UFO, which if that isn't the Golden for me, I don't know what is. So it's very much based off the Golden, which does dock some points because honestly, I kind of wished if you're basing your level off the Golden heavily, maybe kind of stick closer to kind of the Golden vibe. I'm not saying make it more the Golden theme. Like, you can keep it Amethyst theme, but I think the way they made it is very different than how the Golden would look like. But that's not the main concerning factor over here. The problem I have with myself is, I'm going to be honest, this kind of just looks like one of those levels that you see that are like super high deco and like, you know, crazy visuals and all that, which no hate against the creator for that, but I don't think it's very unique. I mean, I will admit, having the theme of Amethyst is very unique. However, the way they did the decoration style, in my opinion, is not very unique. Now there were a lot of cool things they did, like the rotating, like I don't know, like the rotating circle thing with the orbs inside. That was really cool, and also it just looks really great, and the end screen's really cool, and I like the transition into the wave section. But you know, those small things just drop it down to a 6.8. All right. Next up is Thinking Space 2. All right, Thinking Space 2. I honestly have to give Thinking Space personally. This level is 6.1. Actually, more. It's more like a 5.4. Okay, hear me out. So, I think Thinking Space 2 is an alright level decoration. However, I want to bring up this really big point that really bothers me. This level is not a sequel to Thinking Space, bro. The only real similarities I can find is this black and white themed, and that it shows like that 40 and like 44% thing or whatever percent it was, but it shows that. Other than that, no similarities to Thinking Space 2. I mean, just put Thinking Space 2 and Thinking Space side by side, and you'll very much see how different they are, and that just kind of annoys me because I mean, this is the official sequel of Thinking Space. And yes, you can follow this decoration style of like really, really modern. However, it just doesn't reminisce Thinking Space, you know? It doesn't. I mean, like you can pull up. There's only a couple of parts like that. Like I mentioned, the 40% thing, and this just popped into my head. The wave, like the things moving backwards. I don't know what they're called, and the wave span section. But other than that, I really just like. It just doesn't feel like a sequel. It doesn't kind of have that charm Thinking Space does. And yes, we all know that. Let's admit it. Thinking Space is ugly. However, I think just like keeping like some of the gameplay ideas and going closer to a less super realistic modern style and more closer to a kind of like closer to Geometry Dash style, but like still looking very polished. I think that would have been a great choice. And like something I'll mention from Thinking Space that I really liked is when the song kind of goes a bit quicker, and then you suddenly go really quick and you become a mini cube and the screen starts flashing. That was really cool. I wish I could have seen that in Thinking Space 2. However, just the general decoration and just it looking really cool and just kind of the aesthetic, like the vibe it gives is really cool, and that just what brings it up to a 5.4. However, I just don't think it's that high. Alright, Cold Sweat. 7.8 out of 10. Okay, Cold Sweat, personally, I think it's just a really good level. Like, genuinely, I think it's a very good level. I know my other friend, Tinks1210, said this, that Cold Sweat was really flashy, and also I'm sorry for the really loud audio back in his part. I don't know why the audio was so loud for the videos, but whatever. But he said it was way too flashy, but in my opinion, I think it's just like the perfect amount of flash. I honestly think it should be more like an 8.2. And the reason why I say that is Cold Sweat starts off with like a very, very calm and dark, with it kind of pulsing every time the song makes a noise. And I think that's just like a really cool thing. Same with the gameplay, like speeding up and kind of slowing down, like with the dash orbs with that. And then, you know, just the entire part, and like using that sound effect in the second part to kind of make it look like the level's like swiping backwards really quickly towards you. I think that's just a sick effect, you know. And at the part that my friend called the Tetris part, I think they did very differently from the first two parts, but I think it still fits the aesthetic, and it definitely feels like it's building up with something. And eventually, when we get to the drop, first of all, before the drop, I love how like it just goes silent. The cube kind of just like I don't know, like really weirdly dismantles itself or something. And then the UFO section, I think is just so cool. It genuinely just feels like an acid trip. And the level just gives that, the song just gives that vibe as well. And as it just like you know, flashes down and flashes up, I think that's just really, really sick. Like genuinely, I think Cold Sweat is a great level. And the wave part, I have to mention the wave part. Although I do wish that the wave part has like kind of closer to the UFO like effect, I'm still really happy with how the wave part is. First of all, gameplay wise, it's super unique. You do not see this typically in your Geometry Dash levels. And finally, I think that the effect they still use is very cool. It kind of just like grinds up and it looks like it glitched out, and it just kind of like zooms back in and then glitches out and zooms back in. And while that's happening, you know, like the wave teleports all around is very chaotic, and I love that. And then for the last cube section, I think it very much matches that kind of sound design. You know, it calms down like it did in the beginning, but it still feels very erratical. It feels very erratic, and I really like that. Alright, on to the final level, Sonic Wave Infinity, which I will just abbreviate as SWE, as that's how literally everyone does. Hold up, I need to think about this. What would I give Sonic Wave Infinity? Okay, now Sonic Wave Infinity. I don't know if this is just like from other people, like just I've just listened to specifically people that think this, and this isn't the majority, or it is the majority. But a lot of people say Sonic Wave Infinity was very underwhelming. However, personally, I like Sonic Wave Infinity to a good degree. Because the thing is, I don't think it follows like the hyper realistic that much. Like, yes, the first cube section is a bit too hyper realistic, but I think the first ship section feels much more like enhanced 1.9, if you know what I mean. And then the ball section looks very modern, kind of techno style, which I think they were going for that, especially with the first wave. I like all the moving objects, although it is a little bit too dark. I think it's just very cool. And then this, like I don't know who made the other part for it, but like where the wave overall gets brighter, that's kind of what I had in mind for Sonic Wave Infinity. And they did put that in. I like that. However, I think it's a bit weird that they made this saw blades like squares. I don't think that was necessary. But honestly, yeah, I think Sonic Wave Infinity is a really good level. I like the cube intersection. I think it feels very like I think it just kind of did miss some of that space theme. However, I think it very fits kind of like a very bright, starry mood, if you know what I mean. And actually, take that back, I'm looking at the video and I just noticed a space background. So yeah, it matches that space theme pretty well. I think I love the beginning of the second wave. I think that like really weird but cool Nine Circles effect is just really sick. And personally, that's just like, you know, honestly one of my favorite parts. I don't like the part after that though. It feels like core design gone wrong. But the cube section before the last wave, I think that's a very cool background. I just wish they did more with the actual blocks. And then overall on the last part, I think it's very cool. And also the cutscene, bro, the cutscene is peak, like absolute cinema. It is great. I love that cutscene. So overall, I gave Sonic Wave Infinity 7.2 because, you know, I really think they did it well. But however, like things I've mentioned earlier, I think that just brings it down from a really, really high score. Overall, that should be it. And if I'm correct, if no more other scheduling mishaps happen, I should be able to get my. So I got my Geometry Dash friend who's slightly better than me. And, well, I mean, we don't really need to go through all the intro stuff, so let me ask you first. What's your thoughts on Amethyst?
I feel like Amethyst is a very, very colorful level, don't get me wrong. I like the pulses of blue and purple. It's a contrast to the red that I've always seen in Hell theme levels. And after all, it's a top 1. So I feel like Amethyst is a really good level on its own. It's a complete contrast to the Hell theme levels that we always seen, like, I don't know, Bloodlust, Bloodbath. It's just a really good, it's refreshing. And the difficulty itself is pretty insane if you ask me. I can tell you that somebody who has played in a phone or who just overall plays in like 60 hertz is not going to get past that one part in the beginning. I'm sorry. It's just so hard. I also like the music. It's in the beginning, it's really sync based, which personally I like, but I know there's people who heavily rely on other aspects, such as I like the pre-drops where everything shakes. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of relates to how a cavern or a cave with like gems or something. If there was ever an earthquake, this is exactly what it would be like. I like that addition. When it comes to the wave part, after the drop, I mean, I like the use of the black glow. I know this is a very, very common thing to see in other levels, whether it's top one or for a level in general. But the fact is, in a cave, considering that gems are put in caves, it's gonna be relatively dark. So I like the use of how well void it looks, supposedly. Transitions here are really good too. I like the one where it goes from the UFO to the wave. It's like a very pinky shine, but it completely changes the course of the entire level when it comes to not just gameplay but also decoration. The one flaw I see in this though is that it's kind of barely able to be seen. I mean, most of the objects that are in the ground and actual obstacles are the exact same. That's an issue when it comes to level creating because it has to have proper communication when it comes to gameplay. You want to have one thing that kills you and one thing that you can go through. And right here, it's kind of just mixed in on bunch. There's a part in the robot that I really like. In the background, I don't know if anybody have seen this before, but in the background, there's a huge crystal that relates to the amethyst that you see at the end of the level, which I think is pretty awesome. The decoration here is absolutely outstanding. I love the contrast of blue to purple. This level has a really good song. I like the fact that it complements the level very well. The use of the violin kind of gives it that ominous feel of the fact that you're in a secluded area. I don't know why, but music is just something that rings to me. I don't know if anyone has mentioned, but the gems in this level, even though that some are crystals and most are just normal gems, they are highly detailed. I feel like most would forget or even not even pinpoint that factor because they're playing the level. No one understands how hard it is to make extremely good looking decoration when it comes to realistic nature such as gems. Like you could try and create a diamond that looks realistic and it's probably going to be really hard to do. The wave after the ship is very intense. Personally, I like intense gameplay and decoration. It just gives it more of a lively feel. But at the same time, this also brings up that same flaw that decoration when used for both, I guess, obstacles and the actual level itself is just hard to decipher. Because I see that there's a bunch of like foregrounds and backgrounds that are heavily gem related, which of course the level's about. But at the same time, it could get really distracting, especially with the black glow, considering that at the near the beginning, maybe 20%, there is just a bunch of black glow around, and it could get in the way of your view, which makes it harder to play. Because if you put this in a layout, it's better to play that one because you can visually see where your icon is going. But whenever you're secluded to like limited vision, it's hard to play. The end screen is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but the background is just absolutely ethereal. And the fact that and the fact that it took so long to make the custom letters. The end screen where it just reveals the one gem that correlates to the entire level is just absolutely wonderful. And it's a very strong end too, don't get me wrong. Overall, I'll give this level a likely maybe 8 out of 10. Very beautiful, very intense, and overall it's kind of a refreshing side of having to be with hell theme levels. Thinking Space 2. I actually like this level a lot. I really like the decoration and essentially it's like an upgraded version of the original, which I highly like. I like remixes or remakes personally. Also, I did not take Thinking Space to be a more space themed level, but it really does add to the already ominous feel of the entirety. There's a part in this level where there's two pillars that come out. I don't know how to feel about that. I think it makes the gameplay a little wonky, honestly. The ball as a swing copter is a nice addition, although I could see that there's going to be people who, if they ever did try this, they're probably going to be so confused firsthand. I think the dual part in this level is extremely difficult. I mean, it's a top level, so what else do I expect? The precision you need for that dual part is absolutely insane. I don't know how Zoink did it. I'm gonna be honest. He's not human. Like I said before, Thinking Space is like a revamped version of the original, and I think the decoration is extremely well done here. Me personally, I never would have thought to use black and white glow for a level, but again, there's firework. Now, obviously, there's going to be people who have better opinions than I do, or essentially better factors. But I personally like Thinking Space 2. I have a feeling that the gameplay is severely different, yet it's kind of similar in a sense. I think I said this before, but I think the space theme actually adds a little bit extra to the level itself. I think it makes it look very nice too. If I were to give it an overall score, I would have to say perhaps a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10, considering that it uses, like, again, a space theme, which is completely different from the original. Sonic Wave Infinity. How many remixes are we gonna get? Come on, dude. Okay, this one specifically, I can already tell that it's extremely well done. I mean, look at the detail added to, let's say, the ship part. It is absurd how long and how much they did here. But at the same time, there's a little issue with this entire level, considering that it's not necessarily optimized, if that makes any sense. I think I recall having this level with at least 400k objects, which if somebody was a top player for mobile, let's say like Max Dash, and they wanted to beat this level, that is not a good look for the level. In one of the parts of the wave, we could see that throughout the saws, there's like these little white squares inside the saws that I think most people would just ignore that, but as a person who looks for little details like that, I have OCD. That kind of makes me really jumpy. It's like, oh, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. The way it's used here is really clever, considering that it's blended a lot with the overall Nine Circles theme. But at the same time, I feel like blending would have done it a little bit better. But of course, you have to acknowledge the fact that T layers with blending and normal objects are a little sophisticated, if that makes sense. The cube part in this level, I think the second cube part, no, not, because that's the duel before the wave. The third cube part later on after the first section of the wave, I have to say is absolutely gorgeous. Well, if you see in like 4K or something, but this part specifically, I love it so much. It's as if it's both space and Nine Circles theme, which personally is two themes I really like. But then again, it's my opinion, so whatever other people feel like it's different, it's them. So there's a part of Sonic Wave Infinity that has the structure's pulse with like details inside. I really like that. I'm gonna be honest. Don't get me wrong, the structuring is amazing. That much is true. But the layering is a little bit off, considering that if you have your icon go and face through the structures, it's gonna be harder to play. The cube maze could have not been any better. This is absolutely wonderful. It's like the perfect build up to the next part. Now, when I said about blending like the other wave section, this is what I was referring to. The way it's used here is absolutely ethereal. I'm gonna say that. It looks like a tech level. The end screen is absolutely wonderful. I like how despite the Nine Circles theme, it relates to the space of before, which I think is absolutely amazing to see. And to the fact that it has its own animation too, when you finish it, not a lot of levels have that. If I were to have to do a rating on this level, I would have to give it a 6. I would have raised it higher, but considering that it's like not necessarily optimized, and most people, if they wanted to try this level for themselves, would probably lag, that kind of drops down the rating a little bit. called Sweat. I think I've only seen this once before. I'm not too sure. I'll give my best opinion on it. Right off the bat, it reminds me of Congregation. I like how the structures pulse to the beat of the song. Although I feel like the pulses could at least make somebody, when they're playing the level, kind of caught off guard. I mean, if you're playing a level and you see structures moving towards you, it's going to be a little bit hard to predict, isn't it? And considering that the structure of its decoration is pulsing, it could lead to the misunderstanding that the structuring might be on you rather than away from you. For the UFO part, I feel like all you do is spam. I mean, I know there's people here in the GD community that are really good at spamming, but for a top level, I don't know if this is the way to go. I have a feeling that the wave part after the UFO spam is a little bit copy and pasted. I mean, I understand the fact that levels have to have some sort of theme to it, but at the same time, for how long this spans, I think it's safe to say that it's a bit copy and pasted. The end sequence of the entire level could have had a little bit of a better ending before the end credits. I mean, all you do is just have a couple blocks and then pulse to the song. I also want to add the fact that in the wave part, it looks a little bit epileptic. So, the song is amazing. I think it actually fits with the level overall, and it looks amazing too. Probably give it a 6. 6. Because not only are some parts just spamming, but at the same time, decoration could be a little bit strained on the eyes, especially if you're epileptic. But if you're trying to if you're trying to do a top level, I think this would be a good level to go off with.